time if you guys want to say hello.
Hello, Red.
Hello, Red.
Hi.
Welcome. Lance was just sharing a story with us, Red. I don't know. Have you been online with us?
Yeah, I've been listening.
Lance, that'd be kind of like printing English on your back, wouldn't it?
Yes. I actually had somebody ask me, I wonder, if over in Japan there's people who have tattoos on their arm just written in English that say like tree or gallbladder or something like that.
Oh my god.
That's too funny.
So many of the characters, the scripts, they have multiple words. Like the one for courage is the same one for, or strength, excuse me, is the same one for gallbladder. So, you look at it like, well, he's either really into anatomy or he's a strong fellow.
It's too funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many crazy stories.
Ethnicity there, like people are Caucasian, we go around, we get Chinese symbols all over ourselves. It's like, okay, I wonder if Chinese people go ahead and put words, random words like tree or on their arm. It's like, okay, it's really thing to get a Chinese tattoo. So, you always wonder, why don't anybody do it the way that, you would swap it around using English kind of thing?
Some of them do. I have heard that there are people in Asia and other non-English speaking countries that will get English words, and sometimes the translations aren't that good.
Yeah.
So I can't give you specifics because I don't know the examples, but one of my friends used a tattoo in Spain, so that he knew some guys that they get things like that. Like one of them got acuity tattooed on him. I said, okay. Yeah. It's good vision, accuracy.
It's kind of like those jokes when you.
We really like the Chinese writing, so maybe they like our English writing. Who knows, right?
Could be.
Well, there's some funny stories around the Chinese characters, because I remember there's a guy down in, I think he's in Louisiana, that he supposedly was going to do a guy's name on his back in Chinese. Like, okay, except Chinese is an ideoglyphic system. So if they're showing you something that has the same number of characters that your name does, somebody's making a terrible mistake. What he actually did was tattoo fourth level Dan, karate, Ishinryu, dojo, or something like that on him. Guy got sued for it, of course, because that's what the kid wanted.
Oh my.
That's true.
Wow.
My daughter has Arabic on her rib cage that says, her best friend's name, because he's Arabic. And of course, he knew how to have them tattoo it. Because he, so you have to know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, Arabic's one of the languages I studied, and it's different.
Arabic is hard. Because there's different languages, there's different dialects.
Absolutely, and even beyond that, their world concept is totally different from the English world concept. So in order to learn to speak the language, you got to put yourself in a different position in the reality in order to get how to communicate. It's much more world affecting you than you affecting world in the Arabic does. And the German language is very much, I like this, I'm going to do that. An Arab doesn't say that. An Arab says, this object pleases me.
Oh, yeah. My daughter is in Germany.
Oh, yes.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah, you learn a lot when you do tattoos.
yeah, that's for sure. Have you ever had any ghostly encounters?
Sadly, nothing to speak of. I've had a few of them that were interesting, but it was more interesting in just the weird coincidences that happened with it. When we were in high school, we used to play with the Ouija boards, tarot cards, all that sort of stuff. And I was always encouraging people to try and happen, because I never had any good luck with it. But we went out to the cemetery in my hometown one time. We had the Ouija board with us. And it's not that old a cemetery, maybe 100 years. We sat down on one of the large slabs, set the stone down. We had two people that were sensitive to sit down with it. They put their hands on each side of the planchette. Sat there and they started asking questions. Sun was up. It wasn't night or anything like that. Nothing was happening except the mosquitoes started getting really bad. So finally I was like, come on, let's go. The mosquitoes are rough. They stood up. As they stood up and got off that stone, spiders just poured out from underneath it. So just hundreds of little spiders, all different breeds. It was really, really odd. So we were getting bit by mosquitoes. God, man, screw the spiders, screw the mosquitoes. We get on the road. As soon as we get on the roadway, all the insect attacks stop. No mosquitoes, no nothing. Go back, do it again. Same thing happens. No spiders this time. It was like, okay, that's weird enough. So that was kind of odd.
Yeah.
So,
Very strange.
Lance, what prompted you to take the form of or the content that you're writing about? What was the catalyst for you in that? Was it your stories that you worked with when you were tattooing, or how did you come up with the thought of the conflict of demons and light and what have you?
Okay, the foundation of it's actually hilarious. When I was going to college, I studied criminal justice. I was a member of the Fraternal Order of Police and all this. I'm not a member of that or anything any longer. I'm not in law enforcement at all anymore. I kind of study well your enemies, for this day will be most like, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, I still got catalogs from, all sorts of stuff, like these crazy shotgun shells you can use to take down drones. There's ones that shoot like fireballs, all sorts of stuff the police have access to.
Wow.
The normal population generally doesn't really even know exists. But they had badge catalogs. So the badge catalogs were great. I'm looking through the badge catalogs. It's like, make your own badge. I'm like, oh, cool. We can make zombie hunter badges. They do one with cross machetes or something. So, I'm thinking that'd be great. It's professional badges. I'm a tattooist. I make enough money I can afford one of these things. So I'm looking through their symbols, and they've got like these cloisons that you can attach to your badge. One of them that I saw got my attention. It was just black with a white ecclesiastical cross on it.
Uh-huh.
First thought that goes through my mind, I'm like, why would a priest need a badge? Why indeed? And that's actually what started the whole thing. About 2 weeks after that, we were watching Adult Swim, and it was when they first ran Full Metal Alchemist. So they had their state alchemists on there, and I was like, state exorcists. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love it. They killed off one of the main characters. It was an alchemist. They called him the Iron Blood Alchemist, Boss Gron. They apparently killed him in like the first or second episode. I was so angry, I was like, that name deserves to go. I need the name. So I snagged the name Iron Blood. I'm like, I like that. That's very, very good. So I went with that. I had a friend who spoke German. Had him tell me what the actual German translation of it was. So I needed a first name. Just thinking, all right, he's going to be big. He's going to be tall. What would be good? So I'm thinking, who do you know that's big and tall? First thing that comes to mind, Chevy Chase. Yeah, well, Chevy Iron Blood doesn't quite grab it. So I was like, all right. Yeah, probably not that. Well, who is Chevy Chase famous for impersonating? Gerald Ford. Gerald. I look up the name. It means war spear. Gerald Ironblood. That's where that
There you
came
go.
from.
Very cool.
Oh,
Yeah. From the other one, I didn't know what I wanted Paladin's name to be. I knew I wanted to be named after one of the apostles. I knew I wanted to be Matthew, but I didn't know what I wanted the last name to be. So I've got a friend who comes to visit me while I'm tattooing. He'll often come in while I'm working on people. And he's very into role-playing, very into anime, all of that. This would have been back in probably 2003 or 2004, maybe 2000, as late as 2005 when he came in. I was looking for a name for this character. I was like, I got to have the name. And my friend James comes in, and most of my clients that I work on are not into Dungeons & Dragons, anime, and all that. So it's always kind of a balance when James comes in about, let's try and steer the conversation where everyone can participate, and I don't have to be rude to anyone. So he asked about these new rule books that came out. He's like, hey, did you see those new books they put out for the D20 systems? I'm like, no, I haven't. He's like, yeah, they got one on Paladins. I was like, Paladin. Oh, yes. And then I knew. It's like, have goodwill travel. We're in.
Paladin.
It sounds like a good
That's
one.
what started the characters. Yeah, then from there, I don't really know what started the original ones. I don't remember what started the story. I just started putting stuff together. I think Zophon was one of the earlier ones I came up with. And the other one, the original one that started out with Playlock, that was only like a 30 or 40-page treatment when that was done. It really didn't take that much time. But Zophon was going to be one that took some time. And then book 4 with the Skinwalkers, that was one that I really developed. I had dreams about that one.
Yeah, it's funny how when you write, they become part of you, and it's you kind of like are immersed in that world, and that's how you can
Absolutely.
write so well. Yeah, I understand that for sure.
When you're writing, Lance, do you have a particular environment you like to be in, or you just go about your daily business, or do you focus in a particular place? What's that?
That's the main thing. I need to be left alone because I'll internalize people's speech patterns and it'll come out. It'll change characters.
Yeah.
As long as I'm left to my own devices, I can get into the persona and I can get into their speech patterns. and then it carries through the writing. I
Right.
try and establish unique characters for each distinct group to really give some distinction of who's who. And I hope I've been achieving that with the books. My readers seem to like them, but isolation's my best thing, and I generally will watch movies. Movies or TV shows that I know by heart. Like I've been watching Game of Thrones a lot while I write.
Game of Thrones, they're good.
The Phantasm films, those are also good for it.
Uh-huh.
Any of the Dawn of the Dead
Uh-huh.
remakes or the old, those are great.
Oh yeah,
Chainsaw Massacre, all the dreams, that's wonderful for it.
yeah.
You know, just things to help me relax like that.
Chainsaw Massacre.
those things keep you in line and in focus.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, they do me. Scarecrow doesn't like them much.
Well,
but I do.
I get scared.
I know. I love them.
Yeah.
I enjoy fictional horror.
Yeah, I like
Study
thriller.
something about crime.
Yeah.
That's scary stuff. That's the real gripping stuff. But
Uh-huh.
fictional horror, that's great. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scary stuff, the suspense, and the stuff that could actually happen, that's just
Yeah.
too much.
But then you can watch bloody war movies and bloody gangster movies.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
like them
Well,
sawing off arms and legs.
yeah, but
and-
there's really good reason for each one of those
Yes.
kills, you know? There's something.
There's nothing wrong with bloody gangster.
No! You know,
Red.
there's some. I can, though. I can watch.
You can watch that
There's
stuff. But...
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Thank you, Red.
Something.
Yeah, I think
No,
it's.
what I'm saying is he can watch that, but he can't watch horror.
Well, it's
I mean,
different.
I'm watching The Walking Dead right now.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to not watch it even though I'm sitting here with you.
So, that's got to be a headshot, right? Walking Dead.
Yeah, headshots, right?
I
For,
used to Walking Dead.
yeah, I think so.
Love the comic.
Well,
But you got to chop their heads off too, right?
King Ezekiel
Oh,
do you read the comic, Lance?
I do, yes.
They're introducing the kingdom tonight.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm actually not aware of the kingdom.
Yep. So King Ezekiel just welcomed Carol to the kingdom. So I'm not going to not watch this.
Oh, I can't blame you.
I've been waiting for this.
I was waiting for Negan to show up all summer.
Yeah, that was quite the episode.
Not bad. What did you think of that, Lance?
That was amazing. I was annoyed by all the people that were arguing about it, saying,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a terrible way to end the season. But have you never
Yeah.
watched television the past 40 years? It's a great cliffhanger.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
I expected one kill, but I did not see the second one coming at all.
That secondary Jew, when he went for him, that boom.
That really, I was like, what? But Glenn was supposed to die anyway, so.
True. I was anticipating Abraham or Carl. I was anticipating either of them. I thought they would kill either Abraham or Carl because Carl's too old for the comic story to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I figured get rid of him.
but Carl, Negan's supposed to take Carl under his wing.
Yeah, but it won't work so well now that Carl looks like he's about 20. Well, yeah.
I
So-
really thought that he was going to take Carl out.
I hate to tell you this,
That was the deal.
you guys, but I don't watch it that much. But I did watch with what's his name, Nagel. Is that his name? Negan. Nagel, with the baseball bat. Yeah, that was pretty intense. But the little Oriental guy, when he killed him, that was pretty great special effects. His eye popping out, that was all. It was great.
That really ruined me. But see, Maggie is supposed to be the leader.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's in the comic. So
Huh.
In the comic, Maggie does rise.
Huh.
yeah, because she's it.
Yeah.
I would
After
say
a
that,
while.
but I can't.
Right. Don't want to get
See,
too
I'm
much
watching
away.
this right now. Well, I'm watching this right now, and I'm a little. Well, I mean, if you read the comic or the books that they released that were like $60-something a piece,
Yeah.
the big ones,
Yeah, the big omnibus.
you kind of know. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you just watch the show like a regular person, you don't know what's going on. I tried to say on our Dark Lady page about